Hello and welcome to episode 12 and a bit of the Pointy Hat Cast. I'm your host, Sam, also known as Ducky O'Brien on Twitch. And we are joined today by our co-host, fellow fish people, Barry.
Hello.
And Isaiah.
What's up?
Today's episode is on crab people. It's Aquaman. Our email is pointyhatcast@gmail.com. Please send us any questions or comments, as well as any requests for movies for us to watch. So far we have Back to the Future in queue, as requested by Congers. We'll just get into it. We're gonna talk about Aquaman.
Yeah.
Isaiah, you wanna go? You wanna lead this?
Yeah, I can open it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually very much enjoyed this movie, more so than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Because the reviews were pretty mixed. I think I give an extra point just for Jason Momoa, aka Mimosa's hair. Like, his hair is fabulous. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm impressed, honestly. I think the amount of work that they had to do to maintain some, like, the small details, like, even his hair, right? Every time he steps out of the water, air quotes, like, his hair's wet.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how often and how constantly they have to wet his hair to make sure it looks perfect.
There's some poor guy is like, wet his hair. It's like, all right. Just
runs up with a spritz bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this movie had like surprisingly good cinematography for the most part, and there were some really unique like camera movements and clever uses of editing that I never expected to come from a DC movie, which is why I was even more impressed. Like, the first time I saw a Zolly, I was like, whoa! And I stopped it, and I rewinded it so I could watch it again.
Yeah.
Because I just never expected to see a Zolly, like a zoom dolly in a movie of this. I was like, wow, is this freaking Jaws, dude? Like, is this legend status? But then the storyline was kind of and then the characters were kind of and it kind of just died on me.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think Jason Momoa is a fantastic actor, though. I will give him that.
Yeah.
I think Amber Heard is
Not.
Nah, yeah.
made of granite, like.
She's better seen, not heard.
I think Jason Momoa is talented. His range is maybe a
absolutely.
little bit limited, but yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think he does a great job of brooding, being somehow
Being
very
fucking shredded.
shredded. Like, he plays such a serious dude, but also kind of like a goofy guy at the same time, and he walks that line very well. And to me, that made the film very entertaining and very enjoyable to watch. And I love seeing like the dynamic between like his dad and his mom. Like, the first dude, there's like 5 minutes of narration in the beginning and like 5 minutes of narration at the end, but it's okay. It works. Like,
Yeah, it works.
it's
the lazy
scrappy,
way out.
you know. It's a little like ham-fisted, but it works.
Yeah, ham-fisted and lazy.
Yeah, but still, I'd say overall, like, I enjoyed the film. Yeah, surprisingly good for a DC movie. That's what I'd say.
Yes, this film grossed over $1 billion.
That's wild.
It is. Yeah, I totally like this movie too. For the same reasons, the cinematography stands out to me. I think it's an incredible standout. There are some scenes here that are shot so well, and the transitions between scenes are so smooth that it's next level. It's some of the best that I've ever seen, and it's not an understatement. It's literally some of the best I've seen. The problem is it's not consistent. There are also some scenes that are some of the worst I've ever seen. Power Rangers level, especially with Black Manta. Yeah.
The highest highs and the lowest lows.
Highest highs, lowest lows.
Don't diss Power Rangers. What's wrong with you?
You're right.
Dude,
You're right.
Power
you're
Rangers
right.
is great,
Putties.
though.
Suicide Squad, basically an upgraded downgraded Power Rangers, I should say. I think this movie has a lot of good things going for it. There's a lot of incredible acting from the little that you see in the very beginning with Nicole Kidman and Aquaman's dad. It was well done and well shot.
Two very talented actors.
She is. She's very talented. I don't know who the guy is, but he's very talented
Jango
as
Fett.
well. Jango Fett. Yeah, that's right. Jango Fett. I forgot his name. And then you compare that to Jason Momoa's and Amber Heard. Every time they're on together, it's just like, oh, Amber Heard is so awkward. She's so wooden and stiff.
I
It's
just feel like they don't like each other.
yeah, I
Like
feel like they
that's I
hate
just
each
feel
other.
that. Yeah.
I feel like she's not a mermaid person. I feel like she's not an Atlantean. I just feel like she just walked out of a costume shop and she's pretending to be someone she's not. That's what I feel like every time I
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
In every scene, in no scene do I go, that felt like something natural. That felt natural. Not a single scene. William Dafoe, I think he was miscast. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I think he's an incredible actor. But this is the Mace Windu problem. You take this guy who's awesome, who has a lot of... He's an explosive actor, and you just dial it back completely to zero. And you can't do that with William Dafoe. There's so many other people you can cast. You know, Morgan
Yeah.
Freeman. you know, Gary Oldman. You know,
Wait, Gary
someone-
Oldman can play anyone though.
He can play
He can play
anyone.
whoever he
Yeah.
wants.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Great
just saying,
chameleon.
like, you know, get a guy who's more muted instead of William Dafoe, who should have a bigger role and, like,
He's very eccentric.
yes, very
Yeah.
eccentric. Miscast there. Every time I saw his character, I didn't buy it.
Yeah, I want to see like an evil smile, evil laugh. I was waiting, man.
I was waiting. I was like, is he a mastermind villain behind this entire thing? Like, is he is he manipulating everyone? And it just turned out no. He's just like this nice older mentor figure, and it didn't really fit him. But yeah, cinematography awesome. They added these human elements between Aquaman's dad and mom. All of these like little character moments. But then it's very inconsistent because then they have these characters they don't develop at all. Like these side characters from Atlantis. They're just there. Very one-dimensional. Amber Heard, they try to give her character, but she can't act, so she has no character. And then, like, you see these weird things with the future tech of Atlantis, the weird fish people. Like, there's an octopus playing drums. I thought that was kind of funny, you know? That was a
Is
pretty funny.
is that a Little Mermaid callback?
It might be.
Isn't
It
it?
might be.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
it is.
Amber Heard's hair is red. She's like Ariel, if you think about it.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this movie, even though I liked it, is played with, I think the word that can sum it up is inconsistent. There are high
Yeah.
highs, very high highs, very low lows, and like all these different tones and feels and settings and themes. They're there and exist, but then they just disappear. They might come back, they might not. And it's just all over the place. And I think it lacks vision, a cohesive vision for the overall film. Because there's vision for these scenes. That's why there's so many
Yeah,
high highs.
yeah.
Yeah. I just wish overall it was awesome. Also, crab people. They fight crab people at the very end. These crab people are like badass crab people too. They're not like monsters. The Crab King is actually a badass king. He's like, you can kill us and take us over, but you'll never get our loyalty. You know,
Crab Braveheart,
guy.
dude. Freaking Crab Braveheart.
Crab Braveheart, exactly. Freedom.
Exactly.
You'll never have our Krabby Patties.
Such an enjoyable film, but at the same time, yeah, so inconsistent. Such good moments, but overall just falls flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love when they're in the temple, though, in like the desert,
Mm-hmm.
and she like gets the sweat, and he's like, I could have just peed on it.
Yeah.
It's like moments like that that actually are like funny. And
Yeah,
in my head, I'm thinking the same exact thing too. It's like, oh, I would have just spat on it.
Yeah,
right?
spat on it, pee on it.
Like,
That's
why do you have to go through the hassle?
Yeah, part of the inconsistencies too, because like they're in a plane, they just jump out, they rip the door open, and they just jump into the desert, and it's a desert scene, and then they fall down a sand slide for some reason, and it's like that amusement park ride scene, and then it turns into like a mini Indiana Jones scene where they have to solve a puzzle.
Yeah.
And like all these different things all over the place. The theme is never consistent. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy the movie. It's just
Yeah.
I just wish it fit together better. Also, can we talk about Black Manta and how stupid his helmet is?
You guys can go to hell. That was so cool.
No, it's not cool, dude.
What do you mean, dude?
It's so cool.
It's too big. You know,
It's so
like
goofy.
It's so weird.
he has like a 9 head with that
How do
helmet.
you? How do you? How do you? Bro, you got a freaking like 8 forehead right there, dude.
Yeah.
Massive. Like, how do you even look around, right?
I don't know. Why do you have your laser beams coming out of your eyes? That's stupid because you got to turn your head when you want to shoot. It makes more sense to have the gun. Why did he take it off
He's
the
just
gun?
Cyclops, dude.
Yeah, wow. What are you doing? Especially when you're underwater, you know, like it just makes more sense to aim a gun. I just feel like that's kind of a step back.
Yeah, his character was just. It took me very much out of the film.
It's very true to the comic character, I guess, because he's supposed to be really good at like sciencey stuff. But then that's not really revealed until they give him the armor and it's like remaking it into that stupid helmet.
And like, you're kind of sympathetic because his dad dies. But at the same time, you're not sympathetic because it's like he kind of brought that on himself.
Yeah.
Not only was your dad a freaking pirate, your grandpa was a pirate. It's like, I don't understand at what point I'm supposed to sympathize with you.
Yeah. Like you understand where it's coming from, but you can't really sympathize.
Yeah. But I felt like that was also inconsistent with Jason Momoa's character as Aquaman. Because I feel like he still would have saved him.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So to me,
I mean,
that
they
felt
did
a
that
little
so
bit
that they
off.
could have the villain give him motivation.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of like themes too, the whole like, oh, it's all about family, and then it's like, oh, stepping into who you're made to be, becoming a king. It's like there's so many things going on, but somehow it doesn't pay off any of them fully. I felt like the movie had a severe lack of payoff.
And I was trying to figure out why, and I think I understood, for me at least. So if we're going with the general storyline of, you know, any storyline, like Thor 1, Shakespeare, a prince becoming a king, a prince stepping up to become a king, and like overcoming trials, building character, overcoming insecurities, all of that. If you look at the story of Aquaman, there's no process for that. He's just solving puzzles. He's going off on an adventure with the hot girl.
And the character growth is like very lacking.
Yeah, like there's no trial that he had to overcome. I mean, you could, I guess, count, you know, talking to the giant squid crab lady when he's getting the trident, but like that's not a trial. It's just he just talks to them. Like all of these stories, you have to overcome something. It's a symbol for overcoming something, a weakness of yourself, right? That's the basis of all of these stories at heart. And there's none of that. It's not developed. There's no trial. And the reason why it's cheap is he's just himself, and then he gets all this power, and then he's the king. There's no change or growth there. He didn't have to struggle or fight for it. That's why I don't like these characters where that happens. So like kind of like Captain Marvel, that's why not as relatable. Just get unlimited power without working for it. Ray, Aquaman, like Superman, it's not relatable. You want to see someone overcome themselves and then reach another level, and that's where you're rewarded with something. Whereas these people just have power. They don't have to work for it. They just got it.
And also, it's like they play him, Aquaman, as a very flawed character, but he doesn't really resolve a lot of those flaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, oh, he is now the king.
Yep.
Like, oh, good for you, I guess.
I am the king now.
I am the king now.
I
Look
am
at
the
me.
king now.
Wait, that fits this movie because they're pirates in it. Look at me. I am Black Manta now.
I don't care what you
I am
guys
the
say.
Black
His
Manta
bulbous
now.
dome head is so cool.
No, it's ugly. I'd rather have crab people because they look cooler than Black Manta.
I agree.
Yeah.
Whatever, y'all are dumb.
Crab King looks fantastic. Black Manta, he looks stupid.
It's so cool.
I'd rather have a putty than Black Manta.
Oh,
Yeah.
bold words, Sam. Bold words.
I think Suicide Squad looks better than Black Manta.
I don't know. Maybe we should go rewatch that movie.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Absolutely not.
How many Suicide Squads are you rating Black Manta's helmet?
Oh, it's easily 10 Suicide Squad.
What?
Point
No,
one.
dude. Get out of
Easily
here.
10. It's so
I'm
cool.
giving it a 2. It's twice as good as Suicide Squad, which is not saying a lot.
Wait, another thing though is I
Yeah.
actually love the fight scenes in Aquaman.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
With them like zooming around, fighting with tridents. It feels and looks so good.
I don't know
I don't
how
know
they
why.
did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? The opening fight scene with Nicole Kidman was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's
totally,
incredible.
dude.
It's well choreographed, well shot.
And she's like legit kicking people through walls and stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. It just looks, it looks uncanny because we don't know what it's like to move around underwater like that. So the underwater scenes kind of caught me off guard, but they look so good that I just went with it, you know?
I think it grows on you a little bit.
Yeah, it does grow on you a little bit. I wish they stuck with the formula of the first 5 minutes of that movie because you get everything that you want. You get these character moments, and then you get an action sequence, and it's well acted, and it's consistent throughout that short arc. And if the entire movie was like that, it would have been amazing. It would have been a masterpiece, to me at least.
Yeah, I feel like this movie had so much potential, but it just falls flat.
That's not saying that it's a bad movie by any
Yeah,
regard.
no.
Yeah, I think it's a fun movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like just watching it. It was a fun experience.
Yeah, it's also the same thing with Shazam, where you get a relatively new director. I don't think it. I mean, I'm saying relatively new.
James Wan, right?
Yeah, James Wan. Again, horror director. We got Saw movies.
Another horror director.
We got oh, let me see.
Saw
what else.
movies are incredible
Yeah.
because their original budget was like $1,000, and they're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna lock you in this room and film a movie.
Yeah, like Insidious. He did Furious 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, respect lost.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, you got
Masterpiece.
These guys. Yeah, masterpiece. Tokyo Drift.
You're right. We
got
should do
these
all the
guys
Fast and
coming
Furious
in.
movies next.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh no, I've
Think-
never seen Fast and Furious, so you know, it'll be my first
Including,
Really?
if we're doing Fast and the Furious, we have to include the best Fast and the Furious, which is Star Trek 3.
What? Where does that fit in? How does that fit in?
It's the climax of the Fast and the Furious saga.
Okay,
The third
okay.
Star Trek movie was directed by the Fast and the Furious director,
Okay.
which is why I said that. And
Oh.
you could definitely tell.
There's cars everywhere.
What about
Well,
JJ?
you just
JJ
like a scene
Abrams?
with him on a motorcycle.
Wait, in Star Trek,
Star Trek, yeah.
there's a motorcycle in Star Trek.
Have you not seen the Star Trek 3?
Wait, I know what scene you're talking about. Yeah.
What was I don't remember what the sub caption was, but it's the third in
I've
the
seen the second
trilogy.
one. It was a Khan, something with Khan, Benedict.
The Wrath of Khan.
Cucumber.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Eggs Benedict. Benedictine.
But yeah, if we're doing Fast and the Furious, that's gonna be the final one.
Okay, I'm down for that. But yeah, like James Wan, like relatively new director, not inexperienced by any means, but you know, we got Saw, we got Insidious, a horror director coming in, just like Shazam. For me though, Shazam was more consistent, whereas Aquaman, the cinematography, it's just mind blowing. You should just combine these two guys into one person. The consistency combined with the cinematography, they both know how to do humanizing elements, solid storyline, different tones that you can work with. Man, just imagine.
I would believe it if you told me that there was a B, or even no, not even a B crew, a C crew that filmed the Black Manta scenes, where he looks like freaking out of Power Rangers.
Yeah, dude.
If you told me
Oh
that
my
there's a
God.
C crew that filmed that, I would have been like, oh, 100%, dude. I believe it.
I believe it too, because again, like that one scene that throws me off so much is when Black Manta comes in with the power suit for the first time, just jumps down in slow motion and just jumps into the ground, dirt's coming up. but the camera angles from like the ground looking up at him, and it looks ridiculous with that helmet on. And it's like a scene straight out of Power Rangers, and this is coming after the scene where this is where we're talking about like where cinematography is mind blowing. Amber Heard and Jason Momoa they're fighting, but they're fighting at two different places on like these rooftops, this long rooftop.
Yeah, yeah.
And it zooms in on Jason Momoa fighting first. I know it's Momoa, all right. And then zooms out a little bit, and then zooms into Amber Heard, who is in the background, and then she's in focus and in frame, and then it just switches back between them seamlessly. And it's the first time I've seen something like that, and it was well done. And I was just like, this is awesome.
And they managed to do a really good job of always keeping you aware of like, I guess like the time and space, like where everyone is in terms of the scene itself.
Totally.
And like the set. Like you're never at any moment confused of like, oh, where did this person go? Why are they there? It's very seamless.
It's so well done, and it looks fantastic. And you feel the scope of just how large the area they're in is, and the pace of the action, and just I can't rave enough about it. I wish I could see this in more movies. Whatever they're doing fantastic work. Coming from a horror director too. That's the crazy thing.
If they could apply this at a larger scale, maybe another Justice League.
Aquaman 2 is coming out, you know?
No, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like I think that
it has a lot of potential. A lot of potential to be a really good film. Anything that particularly stuck out to you?
It's mostly the cinematography, like the part where angry guy sends his second in command to go chase down Amber Heard. This is when they're in a city, and she cuts off his hand, and so he's pissed, and he's just barreling down on her, and it's pretty funny because he's just running through buildings. He's just like powering through buildings, and that scene, that it's not a scene, but like how it's shot, I feel like it's awesome too. Just following him, just breaking through stuff. I like it. It's not very commonsensical. He should have just jumped up and ran on the roof. Why expend energy doing that? But it made for a better movie. Like I like how in the very beginning where he's in the sub and he's fighting guys, he just punches things off the sub into people. Like I love that. I was like, you got no weapons? That's fine. Just punch something off the sub into this guy's face.
Or
yeah.
The scene with like the little table, and they just destroy that Italian woman's table.
Oh yeah,
like the old grandma.
That's just
so funny. Scusi. I feel like that's another thing. I think the humor was very well done.
Yeah,
in this movie, like it doesn't feel unnatural.
It's not like Justice League where the humor is hit or miss. It's very subtle, and it's not really in your face at times. It's just pretty funny because it fits the context of what's going on. Like again, the dude with the arm cut off. It's kind of funny because they're the opposite of humans, where they need water in their suits, otherwise they suffocate. So like his tank is broken and his water is leaking out, and he's like, I need a source of water to breathe. And the only thing in front of him is a toilet. I was like, oh, that's gross. He doesn't know what a toilet is because he's never been to the surface, and so he's suffocating, just dunks his head in the toilet, and just like, I can breathe now. It's just like, oh no, he's breathing in the toilet water. And you never see him again, but like the humor is pretty well done. The action humor is pretty well done too, like in the very beginning too, where he's just punching stuff off. He just takes things off and just beating the crap out of these guys. There's a guy who's hiding behind a door because he's scared. He knows he's there, just slams the door into him to knock him out. Yeah, you can tell, like, it's kind of an odd mix of horror, this super cinematic thing you would see from, like, maybe a Fast and Furious movie, and, like action comedy from, like, a martial arts movie. Like, these weird...
it's a very weird blend.
It's a weird blend. I think that shows how versatile this guy is, but I wish he was more consistent. Again, going back to the consistency thing.
And I think it's also because Jason Momoa as Aquaman, like, he is a very goofy character, right? And he's someone who is kind of a little stupid sometimes, so we laugh at him, but at the same time, it's like he's also kind of funny too. And I think that's so different from like Justice League, where Batman is played as this super dark, brooding character, and then suddenly they try to make him like the comic relief. It just does not work.
It doesn't work. It just that I remember that scene where Superman picks him up by the face, and it's like, "Do you bleed?" And then he throws him down because Lewis comes in and is like, "Let's go." And it's like, "All right." And then Batman's on the ground. It's like, "Oh, yep, something's definitely bleeding." It would have been funny
Yeah.
if they established that earlier. But you're totally right. It just breaks the scene there.
And it seems so out of character.
Yeah, it seems
for
out of
Batman
character.
that it takes you out of the movie.
Yeah, that's why they should have spent a movie or two on Batman. Show us who Batman is. That way, take it away from Zack Snyder a little bit, and you would have had Ben Affleck for the rest of these movies.
Christopher Nolan already made the Batman movie, Sam.
You're right. I was okay. I actually wanted to see violent Batfleck, like that scene where he saves Martha in Batman v Superman. I want to see a Batman who's not afraid to kill, who's kind of more messed up, but also more funny.
I mean, in Shazam, you just see people straight up die.
Yeah. I just want to see Batman be Batman, though. Like, it's just ruined Batman for me.
Well, it's never gonna happen now.
No, I still
Batfleck
believe.
is dead.
I still believe Taika doing a series on Batman.
I don't think so, Sam. Taika's gonna direct the new Akira movie.
Well, I don't know. It's currently in production hell. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
I mean, they just released a cast list like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
So
anything.
I think it's getting pretty serious. I want to hope for it.
But is it Facebook serious? Is it Facebook official?
Yeah, I think this is an example of where staying true to the comics is bad. I think Black Manta's helmet looks stupid. I disagree with Barry. It's not 10 Suicide Squads worthy. Also, I don't like his costume. I don't like the traditional Aquaman costume, the gold and the green. It doesn't look imposing.
It looks goofy.
It looks very goofy.
Well, tough luck, because that's his color palette.
I mean, they could change it. Like Marvel does that, where it makes sense to change something. They do it.
Like Iron Man and his many suits.
Or like, how they change Civil War. Like they make things that fit.
Like Cap's new suit.
Yeah, it just makes sense. They adapt it for the audience and the time they were in. And Black Manta's helmet doesn't fit this time. I can't get over it.
I mean, we got Fishbowl Mysterio, dude.
Fishbowl Mysterio, they made it work, though.
Fishbowl Mysterio's way better.
It's still a fishbowl.
Yeah.
I don't know what your problem
with the
dome head Manta is.
But it's like two fishbowls attached to, like, duct taped together with, like, goggles. Like, really large goggles.
Yeah, it's so cool.
No. Why do you attach laser beams to your eyes? Don't you know that if it goes wrong or overloads, like your head is next to it?
I mean,
right?
Superman's got laser eyes.
His head's not going to explode.
You don't know that.
Actually, I don't know. You're right.
They've never explained why he fires lasers out of his eyes.
He's just magic.
Does he? Wouldn't his eyeballs explode?
They have explained it, by the way. I'm being facetious.
Okay.
He's basically just channeling all the energy that he stores into his body through his eyes.
Why? Why not like something like his hands?
Somehow this explanation confuses me more.
Listen, the more you think about how Superman's powers work, and the deeper you delve, the stupider it is. He actually so when he punches somebody, he's not actually punching them. He's actually hitting them with a special form of telekinesis. It's also why he can pick up like a plane by like its wing, and it won't just crumple over his hands because of pressure over area, because he's actually telekinetically picking up the whole plane. And
with his mind?
Yeah.
So why bother using his fists at all?
I don't fucking know.
This makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. And his eye beams are like him channeling energy through his eyes.
But why his eyes? Why is it channeled through something else that's more...
Like his mouth?
His
vomit
mouth?
a laser out?
How about his hands? How about his hands? Because then you can look and aim at something else at the same time. It's valuable.
Unlimited power.
Listen. Don't think too deeply about it. Like I
Okay.
said, it just gets more dumb the more you look into it.
One thing I wanted to talk about because I thought this was the case because I forgot there's a certain version of Superman where he can't have sex with Lois Lane because when he when he ejaculates, like it'll like shoot through Lois and kill her. Isn't that like a story thing in the comics? Right? Isn't that a thing? Am I just
Wait,
imagining
what?
that?
There's like a version of Superman where like Lois dies of cancer because of like
Oh, because of him, right?
because of him because
Oh,
he has
ouch.
like latent Kryptonian radiation and he's shooting her full of radioactive sperm, basically.
But what about the version where he can't have sex with Lois? Like I remember that being a
That
thing.
no, that's just a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. It's from like I think it's from Jay and Silent Bob. I
Okay,
think it's
okay.
from Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, where it's like like they say like Wonder Woman is the only one that can be with Superman because she's got like a durable uterus. And if Superman ejaculated, it'd be like a bullet.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Oh, I thought it was a thing. It's driving me crazy because I
Yeah,
remember it from
it's not
something.
really a thing. They explain it away. Superman spends his whole life basically holding back. Every breath he takes, every step, every time he picks something up,
Every
and
move you
like
make, he'll
like
be watching you.
yeah, he has to be super duper mega careful, like picking up. I think the line is he says he feels like he lives in a world of cardboard. Every single thing he does, he has to be careful, or he'll accidentally kill people. He says this actually when he fights Darkseid, because he's fighting Darkseid and he's losing. He's like, "Yeah, I live in a world of cardboard. Everything I touch, everything I do, has to be with care, but not with you. You can take it, can't you?" And then he just pummels the crap out of him.
And then that's how a new relationship started. They go
Yeah,
out on a date.
yeah.
Welcome to the dark side.
So theoretically, he could control the ejaculation and make it not super speed.
Okay,
Or
okay.
else he could, I mean, I guess he could go the other way and he could choose not to control it and weaponize it.
Oh my
Make like
god,
sperm
no
bullets.
way.
Who needs laser eyes?
Yeah.
When you have sperm
Yeah.
bullets,
Oh
every
no.
time he pees, it would be like an industrial strength a water cutter, like a water cutting jet. He could
Oh
slice people
no.
in half by
Is it
peeing
cutting
on them.
people in half with his pee? Oh no, dude.
That would be a wild Superman. That would be fun to watch.
That would be a wild ride, huh?
Uh, I don't know
I
why
don't know.
people like Superman. He's weird.
He's too OP.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
every time he farts, it could be like a concussive blast. You know,
Right.
it would be like a
small nuclear
flashbang going off,
explosion.
a really smelly flashbang.
This is why Aquaman is cooler. He talks to fish, Peter Tingle.
The Peter Tingle.
The Aqua Tingle.
I don't know. There's certainly violent versions of Superman. There's like the Crime Syndicate of America version. There's the Injustice version where he uses his laser eyes to lobotomize Doomsday.
Wait, what's like the alternate? Is it Superboy?
Superboy. There's a few versions of Superboy. Which one are you
isn't there
talking
an
about?
evil version?
Superboy Prime.
Yeah, okay, I was thinking of that. I went on a deep dive on like the Wikipedia articles and just too much. Like you forget
Yeah.
90%. You only retain
Don't
like 5% or 10% at most.
save yourself a headache and don't try it.
Yeah.
Superboy Prime is from an alternate universe version of Superman where I believe everybody dies. Like Lois is dead because he failed to save her, and he's
Uh-huh.
basically insane. And the whole thing precipitates like I think it was called Crisis on Infinite Earths, where Superboy Prime is just tearing apart realities and he's nuts, and he kills like the entire Green Lantern Corps basically. Like they form like a big green wall to try to stop him, and he just smashes through it and murders them. And eventually Superman beats him, and they imprison him on like in the middle of a red star, so that it saps away all of his power. But yeah, it's a whole thing.
Hmm.
I think the Injustice Superman is way better. If you're gonna read a comic, I guess Injustice is probably the best one, because at least it's consistent all the way through. Superman's just a dickhead the entire time. Like he grabs Shazam and he uses his eye lasers to drill through Shazam's eyes and melt his brain.
Wow.
And you're like, oh, brutal.
Fatality.
Yeah, it's quite a fatality. It's based off of the video games, so yeah, there is in fact fatalities.
Okay.
The comics are based off the the Injustice video games, which are supposed to be pretty good. I haven't
They
played
are
them.
pretty solid, I hear. Yep.
Yeah, I think Violent Murder Superman is a much more interesting character.
I think, yeah, that's a way more interesting Superman than I live in a world of cardboard Superman.
Injustice Superman is just like, I'm tired of holding back. I'm tired of all these half measures. People worship me like a god, so I'm going to be one. I will be the god and king.
I'm tired
You
of
know?
holding back my pee, Superman.
Yeah. Can you imagine just like at a public bathroom, it just like drills a hole through the wall,
You
it kills
kill,
the
like, 12
kills the
people.
guy behind it.
Yeah.
Whoops. I really had to go, guys. I'm sorry.
Sorry, not
Sorry,
sorry.
it's a really long movie.
Dude, when he takes a dump, can you imagine if Superman had explosive diarrhea? It'll be like a nuke.
Just destroy the toilet.
Yeah.
Can you
all the
imagine?
plumbing.
Can you imagine if he was constipated?
Oh
like,
no.
The turds would be like super dense. It'd be like the heart of a white dwarf.
Yeah.
Densest matter known to man. Goes
Just
rocketing out.
Sinks through the planet.
Yeah.
How did Earth get destroyed? Superman got constipated. Like, oh my god. The smell.
Formed like a really smelly black hole.
Yeah. Oh, Superman's the worst. God, Superman. Why are you even here? They should have just left you dead.
Yeah, I feel like it's just not entertaining to have someone be that powerful
Yeah.
and have like no flaws, no weaknesses.
I mean, I think mostly it's just a no personality thing. Like you say, if you compare Aquaman's personality to Superman, Superman, if you told me to describe him as a character, I'd be like, he doesn't have one. In the movies, I'm not talking about
In the movies.
comic in
In
general.
the movies, he's so flat.
So
Yeah.
flat. And again, not the problem with the actor, because he's pretty great. If you look at him in other films, he has life.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
is one I would recommend.
Yeah.
Great film.
I wanted to watch that. It kind of reminded me of Kingsguard?
Kingsman.
Kingsman, there we go. I can't remember things.
Kingsguard.
Yeah, they're all the same, yeah.
It's like it's kind of like Kingsman, but it's less goofy,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Mm.
But
Also, I want to watch The Witcher.
The
When is
Witcher.
it coming out?
Not for a while. They're still in production, so it's gonna be a bit.
It's like Keanu, in Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that game.
I can't wait either.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
Oh, wait. That reminds me. Isn't The Rock Black Adam?
Is he
I think so.
really?
Yeah.
I thought the next villain was Mr. Mind, but whatever.
The Rock, the Dwayne Johnson, is gonna play Black Adam, I think.
That could be fun. Black Adam is an interesting character. He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy.
Unlike Mysterio, he's just a bad guy.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Well, Black Adam is definitely a dickhead, but he's also like the king of his nation or whatever, and he guards it. He's kind of like if Doctor Doom was Shazam. It's kind of the same idea. Yeah. He's like super haughty and like superior and holier than thou.
I have a
And,
library.
I think he fights Superman a couple times and just Superman fucking spanks him.
You gotta get rid of Superman, I feel like.
I mean, technically he has a weakness to magic in that he has no exceptional resistance to magic.
You're
It
right.
affects him just like it does everyone else. Like the trident works on him, and stuff like
Wait,
that.
how come the trident works on
It's
Superman?
Because it's magic. It's a magic trident.
'Cause that explains
Magic.
everything. I thought it was just built from Atlantean steel. Wasn't
No,
that?
it's a magic. Well, also that, but it's got magic.
Of course, it can control. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like Black Adam does okay against him, I guess, but Superman still spanks him. Various demons put up a good fight, but he's still Superman, you know?
I feel like that's more like a writing problem and not the property of the hero. Because, like you said, if magic works against Superman and you are smart, I figure you could beat him.
Yeah,
They just want Superman to win all the time.
that's definitely something they should explore more is like the magic, weird magic stuff. Because there's some weird magic characters like Etrigan is fun. He's a demon, semi good guy, and every sentence he says rhymes.
That
That's
would
a
be
weird
pretty.
gimmick.
I
Yeah,
mean, they
it's
have
pretty funny.
Shazam. Like
There's
they
Shazam.
built
Shazam's
that.
based
Yeah.
in magic.
That is true, yeah. Superman, but with magic.
They don't
Yeah.
really go into the magic part. I wish they would do that more because they're supposed to be a council of wizards.
It's kind of just like talked about, and it's like, oh, you got your powers. Okay.
There you go. You got it now.
There you go.
And
You
then
have the magic in you.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a bunch of different like wizards and sorcerers. And then like the Greek gods are kind of hanging around. They show up sometimes, and all the magic stuff is kind of fun. Like Constantine is in DC. He's part of the DC universe. So
Wait,
they
wait,
could,
Constantine's part of DC?
yeah, he's in.
Really?
He's worked with the Justice League before.
I
should-
forgot about Ra's al
Constantine?
Ghul.
They should
Constantine?
yeah, they should bring Keanu in and just have him reprise
Dude, if
his
they
role
brought
as
Keanu
Constantine.
in, that would make them so much money.
That would make them so much.
Yeah.
He's about the right age now too to portray like an older Constantine, just like fighting demons and stuff.
Just have
and-
Keanu
That'd be
play every
so
character.
freaking cool, dude. Well, they just announced Keanu's gonna play someone in Marvel, right?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Oh, that was a
I
have-
that was a rumor. No.
I think he's too expensive though. It's not going to be a major role.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be something small.
If it's probably going to be a villain, you know, based on how they've cast these.
Yeah,
They only put A-listers as villains because they're expensive.
He's gonna be
for-
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, dude, that would be pretty cool. Moon Knight. My favorite bit about Moon Knight is that I don't remember. I think it was in Ultimate Comics. Like, there's a gathering and it's
No,
like just
he is playing Moon Knight.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
That's what the rumors are saying.
that's what the rumors are saying. Yeah, he's gonna be Moon Knight. So that's kind of wild, dude.
Well, he's sort of a villain, mostly a villain, so that makes sense.
Well, he's better than Superman. That's all I'm saying.
Always.
Superman's stupid.
But like the best bit about Moon Knight, like he wears like an all white outfit, kind of making fun of Batman's all black outfit.
Yeah, I saw it because the first time you mentioned it, I didn't believe it, and I looked it up, and I was like, "This is one of the stupidest costumes I've ever seen."
Yeah, dude. Like, there's a gathering of like heroes and villains. Like they're all chatting, and they're like, "I can't believe you wear white and jump around on rooftops in New York. How
At
do you keep it
nighttime.
clean?
Yeah.
How do you keep that thing clean?" And he just doesn't say anything.
You don't.
Yeah, this is really stupid. Like, I didn't like Aquaman's costume at all. The traditional color palette and how it looks.
Wait till you get
Mhm.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, the Moon Knight costume is even more
Moon
ridiculous. I
It's
can't
gonna be
take this
great.
guy
I'm
seriously.
so excited.
It's just a big white jumpsuit. I'm sure Marvel will make it look good, but it's so goofy.
I got an idea. It's just gonna be his black suit with the cape, and Moon Knight's gonna have a lot of guns and a dog for some reason. It's also gonna be
Moon
called
Knight
John
with a
Wick
dog.
4.
He throws like little moon knives at people.
Yeah, that's stupid. Just
Yeah, he's just making fun of Batman. Throws batarangs. Moon Knight throws moonarangs.
Dude, I'm so hyped. I'm so
Mantas.
hyped, dude. This is gonna be amazing.
He's just like jumping around rooftops at night in his goofy white costume.
I hope he's there as a joke.
I think part of his deal is he has like a split personality. Regular guy Moon Knight is like a lawyer or something. I don't remember. And then he's got like the Moon Knight persona, and they swap.
They both sound stupid.
Oh yeah, he's like kind of deliberately dumb. Like I said, he's basically making fun of Batman.
Man, if they do this,
This will be interesting.
it's the right time because
as long as
DC's
they
been
don't
feeling.
Mandarin him,
Yeah.
I'm good. As long as they don't Mandarin him.
Oh yeah, please no
I
Mandarin.
loved the Mandarin, dude. I don't know what you guys are on about. Ben Kingsley, that was great.
No, dude, I was
Man.
looking forward to it because Mandarin is like a big time villain, and I was like, oh yeah, dude, bring on the rings. He's gonna have some like a nemesis to Iron Man, and it's just Ben Kingsley is a drunk actor. I was like,
Yeah.
It was great.
But the new Mandarin is apparently supposed to be pretty good.
like
Yeah,
the
it's
actual Mandarin.
well, they got a pretty big name actor from China to play him, so
Awesome.
Yeah.
it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, why would you have?
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Shang-Chi.
funny because Ben Kingsley
for
played
Shang-Chi?
Gandhi. He can play any race, I guess.
If they're bringing in Moon Knight, I hope they bring in more of.
Yeah, it's Tony Leung.
Yeah, great actor.
Yeah, Tony Leung's a legend.
I think they. I hope they bring in more of Spider-Man's like Rogues Gallery, Spider-Man / Daredevil / Elektra, Silver Sable, Black Cat.
Elektra.
Elektra. I think I saw parts of that movie. It was so bad. Elektra and
I
Daredevil.
haven't.
Oh, I heard a Daredevil director's cut was pretty decent.
That was Ben Affleck too.
Yeah.
Really?
So he's been Daredevil and Batman. What a legend. Absolute legend.
Speaking of
What a great
yeah,
career.
Yeah, great career. I was just thinking back to Amber Heard because her performance bothered me so much. Speaking of inconsistencies in this movie too, at the very end, what happens is all these different kings of the 7 kingdoms of the ocean peoples are trying to gather together, and they're fighting a war because they want to kill humans because they're polluting our oceans. Screw them. So Amber Heard's father is a king, and he's bent on getting back at the humans. She just goes to him and talks to him for like 30 seconds. I was like, all right, I'll change your mind. I'll go with you. And all I could think was, I guess he heard her out. But it's so stupid, dude. How do you convince someone in like 30 seconds? How? And then it
'Cause
doesn't
it was in
make
the script.
sense, I guess. And then
Plot convenience.
yeah, plot convenience. And they're all going on this story arc of how Jerkface brother to Aquaman needs Amber Heard's dad so they could convince the other kingdoms to join. And then they go to the fish people, not the crab people, the fish people. And he just kills all of them. And it's like, all right, you're with me now. And he didn't need Amber Heard's dad. And then the crab people would have never, joined them anyways. The narrative, if you look too closely, kind of falls apart. But again, crab people are awesome. Also, Amber Heard is not awesome.
Yeah, crab battle.
Crab battle. Crab battle.
Whatever, man. Black Manta's cool. Don't at me.
No. At Barry. At
I have
Barry.
no platform to reach me on.
PointyHatcast@gmail.com. Please write about how Barry is wrong about the Black Manta helmet. That can be the question of the day. What do you rate Black Manta's helmet on a scale of something to something on our Suicide Squad scale? Because it has no beginning and no end, other than Suicide Squad being the beginning. I should say that. Write us your rating of Black Manta's helmet and end Barry's madness once and for all.
Easily 10 Suicide Squads.
No, not even. That's like saying The
Easily.
Last Jedi is a good movie.
My. Oh my.
It's definitely a good movie.
No, this is nonsense. We need like a Venn diagram. Do you think Black Manta's helmet is cool? And then do you think The Last Jedi is a good movie? And then if both say yes, we gotta get rid of that subsection of people.
Well, I think both, and you're stuck with me.
Oh yeah.
You're stuck with me.
Better that than Amber Heard. I'd rather have Black Manta's helmet than Amber Heard in the movie. I'd rather have
So
everyone wear
my.
Black Manta's helmet than have Amber Heard anywhere in the movie.
So what's coming next for DC? I think I mentioned earlier that Booster Gold is sort of floating out there. Aquaman 2, that new Wonder Woman movie, like Wonder Woman 1980s or something, is coming out.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I think that's in post-production. It's set like
Oh,
as a
already?
prequel.
1984, Joker.
The Joker film.
Birds
Yeah.
of Prey.
Joaquin Phoenix. I'm excited for that.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Birds of Prey, is that like who's it? I don't remember what that group was. Was that Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, some other chick?
Sirens. What,
Siren.
Siren Lady.
Siren.
She was in Arrow. Remember?
Oh, yeah, the one with like
The one who
fishnets?
screams really loud.
Black Canary.
Black Canary. There we go. There
Oh.
we go. I couldn't remember her name.
Black
The one who
Canary.
died
Yes.
and then didn't die, and then died and then didn't die.
We got Black Canary. We got White Canary. Huntress. Catwoman. Cassandra
Okay.
Cain. Just too many. Gypsy. Hawk Girl. Jade
Hawk
Canary.
Girl's pretty cool.
Judo Master? What the heck?
I've told you, dude. Like DC has high highs and low lows for characters.
There's a character named Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter, yeah, or John.
Oh, this one's different. This
John.
was a girl.
Yeah, the girl Martian Manhunter is also a thing.
Okay. Huntress.
Basically the same thing. Yeah, Huntress, Tigress. They're some dumbass villains.
Yeah. Oh, wait. There's a Batman movie.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with starring pale vampire guy.
Vampire Bat.
No, why would you do Bat? Ah, okay, anyways.
That's actually a thing, by the way. Vampire Batman.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, it's
That's
like some
awesome.
it's like an alternate future version of Batman. He's a vampire and he like eats people. It's weird.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, Justice, like DC does this probably more gratuitously than Marvel does. They just have like all these weird timelines and stories out there, and they don't give a shit.
But yeah, the director is Matt Reeves, who did Cloverfield and Planet of the Apes. Also,
Ooh, Matt Reeves.
he wrote the script from scratch and threw out the one that Affleck and Jeff Johns wrote. So I don't think that's a good sign for this movie. But yeah, Suicide Squad 2, I'm looking forward to. We need to watch that.
Absolutely, with James Gunn.
Yeah, with James Gunn. I want to see how bad it is or how good it could be.
I feel like it honestly might be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping
hopeful.
for.
I'm hopeful.
I'm
If they
hopeful.
give him creative control, yeah,
Yeah.
it could be a good movie. He has the right touch for that type of thing. So they threw out Ben Affleck and Jeff Johns' script.
Uh-huh. That's what it says.
Wow, Affleck is a pretty good writer, actually.
Yeah, so I don't feel
Jeff
good.
Johns,
Good Will Hunting.
obviously.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes, dude, writers doing it on his own. I don't think it's gonna be good.
We'll see.
We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Flash movie coming up. I hope they write the character better. Like the actor is fine. It's just the way the characters are written that I didn't like. Green Lantern Corps.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. I need that line in that movie at some point. I need it.
We'll see.
That will make everything better.
Justice League Dark with they're trying to get Guillermo del Toro and Doug Liman.
I would be interested to see that purely on having Guillermo del Toro.
Batgirl movie.
Batgirl is both a great character and a terrible character.
Wait, DC Super Pets? That's a thing?
Yeah, Superman has a super dog called Crypto. That's not even a joke. It's a real thing. He doesn't pop up very often, but he's always just kind of there, and they never do anything with him. He kind of hangs out at the Fortress of Solitude. He's Crypto the super dog.
Okay.
You know what? Whatever.
whatever. Superman's stupid. Just call him Stupid Man.
The super family, it comes as a package. You got Superman, you have
Superdog.
Supergirl, you have Superwoman, you have Superboy, and then you have Superdog. One big happy super family.
Super Friends.
Batman has a dog too. I don't.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I remember this.
He might only appear in older when Batman's older stories, as in when he's an older person.
Oh,
He has
okay.
he has like a Doberman. I think that's it for pets. I can't think of anybody else that has one.
All right. I think that's a good place to end it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crypto. I'd watch that
Cryptocurrency.
movie. Crypto the super dog.
Bitcoin.
All right. We'll do our closing thoughts on Aquaman and the ratings. All right. I'll just start off because I'm tired and I want to end.
I'm tired.
Yeah. this movie is pretty fun. I'm gonna group it in with Justice League as well. I thought Justice League was fun. A lot of highs, a lot of high highs, a lot of low lows. The problem with this movie is inconsistency in almost every regard, in every area. The only thing that's pretty much consistent is Amber Heard's terrible acting. But yeah, I had fun with the movie regardless, because the highs are so high that you kind of, it's okay with the low lows, you know? I honestly don't really care. I hope they give the director some support and some honest feedback, because he is making the second Aquaman movie. So if they have a more cohesive package, I feel like it could be a game changer for DC. And like same thing with the Shazam director. I hope they give him another movie to do and some backup. Not micromanaging, but just some honest support and feedback. I would give this a 7. I highly enjoyed it.
So same as
Justice League
for you?
Yeah. I would probably think Aquaman's a little bit better, but I just saw too much potential in Justice League.
I'm gonna give this movie 10 Black Mantas.
No. But we don't know what a Black Manta is. There's no baseline.
It's 10 Suicide Squads, so that's 100 Suicide Squads.
No, okay. That is not true. Okay.
Well, I count Black Manta as 0.1 Suicide Squads.
Yeah.
So that's like equivalent to 1 Suicide Squad.
All right, I'm going to write down your rating as 10 Black Mantas. Our rating system is the most complicated, very accurate system ever known to mankind. Why use Rotten Tomatoes when you can use a Suicide Squad Suicide Squad rating system?
Black Manta, what a character.
I felt like this movie was really good. It had a lot of potential, and the highs were so high, but the lows were also so freaking low. Mostly because of Black Manta.
Yeah.
Definitely took me out of the movie for sure.
Whatever, man. You have no taste.
That's like -8 Suicide Squads for me.
Oh, okay.
For Black Manta, you know?
Wow.
But actually, I think my ranking, I'd give it a 6.
6? Okay.
Just because I liked the movie a lot in terms of the highs, but it was just so freaking disappointing.
Also mimosas, you know, they're always good.
And mimosas are always good. But Black Manta is always bad.
Yep.
Got him.
Yeah.
Don't at me.
Black Manta and The Last Jedi go hand in hand.
Whatever, man.
Oh. That's brilliant thinking. That's as smart as attaching a laser gun to your freaking helmet, so if it overloads, you blow your head off. And you're underwater too, so it's like the least safe thing in the world. You got a breach in your helmet and you're drowning, and you're not a fish person, so you can't breathe underwater. Makes no sense.
He's too cool for that, man. He's too cool to get blown up by his own weapon.
No. He gets...
He's protected by plot armor, so...
Yeah, I guess you got a point there. Plot armor can only protect him until they find a new villain, obviously. Days are numbered, Black Manta. Days are numbered. Well, this has been episode 12 and a bit on what we're talking about again? Aquaman. Thank you for listening in. Write us at pointyhatcast@gmail.com. Catch us next time on the Pointy Hat Cast.
Thanks for dropping by, guys. Stay pointy.
Stay pointy.
Stay pointy.